Big Chimney, West Virginia. It has been suggested that the overwhelming percentage of UFO sightings occur in small towns and rural farmlands for good reasons. The view is less obstructed, for one thing. The residents are more likely to be looking up at the sky, more sensitive to the changing lights above.
It's about 9:30 in the night. We were driving north on 119 towards Clendenin.
Star Trek's Leonard Nimoy has introduced the UFO case of Carroll Crihfield, who, in 1975, was a resident of the suburb of Big Chimney off Route 119, northeast of Charleston, West Virginia, the state capital.
And my wife saw some intensely bright lights in the sky, and she commented that this was the brightest airplane lights that she'd ever seen. I looked up, and there's this big diamond-shaped object with big flat ends set right above the treetops.
Carroll Crihfield pursued his UFO to the spot where he saw it set down and found marks that could have been made by landing gear. Crihfield is a foreman in a Big Chimney Chemical plant.
This was a misdirection to avoid corporate reprisal. Crihfield, his wife, and his 2 sons lived in Big Chimney, West Virginia, which was named after a landmark surviving chimney from an 1800s-era salt works. In reality, Crihfield was foreman at the FMC Chemical plant in South Charleston, a stone's throw from the Criel Mound built by the Adena Culture circa 200 BCE. Big Chimney's old chimney was nothing in comparison to the tall polluting stacks from FMC Chemical, South Charleston, West Virginia, shown here.
Crihfield is a foreman in a Big Chimney Chemical plant. He's not the sort of man who is often called on to take lie detector tests, but he knows how incredible his story must sound.
I'm Ian Criswell from the Criswell Security Agency in Wheeling, West Virginia. Myself and a team of investigative specialists conducted extensive polygraph testing of Mr. Crihfield.
The lie detector, or polygraph, is a sensitive device for recording changes in body temperature, rate of breathing, electrical impulses in the skin, and heartbeat. Preliminary tests established normal parameters, which, if exceeded during the actual test, indicate deception.
This is the blood pressure pattern, this is a skin sensitivity pattern, and this is a breathing pattern.
A lie detector test cannot prove whether or not Crihfield saw a UFO. It can only indicate whether he believes he is telling the truth.
Is your last name Crihfield?
Yes.
Do you intend to answer all of my questions truthfully?
Yes.
Are you being completely truthful to the best of your belief concerning the object which you described and saw in the written statement describing the events of June 12, 1975?
Yes.
Are you being truthful when you say that in the first 35 years of your life you have never lied to a police officer?
Yes.
Are you being completely truthful when you say that you have no knowledge of how the burn spots and other evidence were created other than by the object described in your written statement?
Yes.
The test is now over. And question number 3, concerning the object that Mr. Crihfield described in a written statement previous to this examination, there were no reactions significant of deception. On the question concerning the burn spots and the other evidence left by the object, there were no reactions indicative of deception. And it is our opinion that Mr. Crihfield has told the complete truth about all statements concerning the object he cited on June 12, 1975.
It would be unusual indeed if a man not noted for vivid imagination and guile could invent a story about a UFO and then control half a dozen involuntary body functions in such a way as to fool a sophisticated machine and experienced technicians. Much easier to believe that something extraordinary happened on a hilltop in Big Chimney, West Virginia. Something that touched Carroll Crihfield's life and left him wondering.
Before we end this 12th of June UAP review of 1975, I thought it would be fun to show you this October 1976 photo of the family's model of their UFO, which was not shown in Landsberg's In Search Of.
For we can only hope that if we are being studied by aliens, it is with more thoroughness and care than we have focused on them.